Hi, this is Rebecca Edwards with Jasco Realtors and Parkbench.com, and I'm here with Susan Martin, owner of Pinot's Pallette. How are you, Susan?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Great, thanks. So tell us about Pinot's Pallette.
Well, Pinot's Pallette is based out of Houston, Texas. We are in the industry which is called a paint and sip industry. And we do paint parties where we have an artist who stands on stage and they will walk you step by step through a painting. We turn music up and we just kind of let you be creative on a canvas. We are a BYOB, so you are allowed to bring whatever you like to drink, alcohol or non-alcohol. We have all the glasses. You can also bring any kind of food. We've had everything from a food truck to a personal chef here. So we have the plates, napkins, and utensils, so we provide all that. We also have ice and ice buckets to keep your drinks cold.
Great. So tell me, what made you decide to open Pinot's Pallette?
Well, I was born in Chicago, and we moved to Tennessee when I was 12 years old, and my dad opened up a little hamburger place. So I was kind of raised with an entrepreneur. My dad was always someone who wanted to have his own business. So all my life, I've always wanted to just own my own business. Well, I turned 50 a few years ago, and I told my husband it's either now or never.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, okay, that's fine. He said, but we're not opening up a restaurant. So I was like, well, that's the only thing I've ever done. So I just kind of Googled small business, and this came up. We had done this before at another location, and we had such a good time doing it. I told him, I said, I think this is something I can do. So that's when we took that big jump off that cliff.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you did.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a fun place. What would you say your customers love most about Pinot's Pallette?
I think what they love most is just the opportunity to be creative and in a setting that's very relaxing and fun. And we like to call it a paint party, not a painting class, because it's not a class. We're not here to make you an artist, but we are here to teach you a few little fun things about painting. Our artists are great at telling you little tidbits on how to make your painting a little bit better, something you might not have known before. But I think they just like the therapy part of it.
Mm-hmm.
They can come in and have a horrible week and come in here, and once they close that door and they get in front of that canvas, it's like everything goes away, and you're just really into your painting and your canvas. So it's kind of like an escape, and I think that's what people like most about doing this.
Yeah. We came recently, some friends and family and myself, and we had a great time. And I am not an artist at all, and mine looks okay. My husband's looks much better than mine, but we had a great time. And it was way easier than I expected it would be, not being an artist.
Yeah, a lot of people are very skeptical. I have a little story of one guy, he came in with his mother-in-law and his wife, and he was kicking and screaming. And he did not want to do this. And I told him, I said, I'll make a little deal with you. I said, if you come in, go ahead and get signed up for the class. And if you're not absolutely happy with your painting by the end of the class, I'll refund your money. And he was like, really? And I said, yeah. So he took the class. I went in there and I said, hey, you did a pretty good job. And he says, thank you for making me do this. He said, this was awesome. He said, I'm going to tell all my friends. He said, I'm bringing back friends. He said, I just never thought I could do something like this. And that's the reward right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do this, even if you're not an artist. It's a lot
This
of
is
fun.
this is what I tell people. People say, well, I'm not an artist. I said, well, this is perfect for you, because this was built on kind of our mission was to bring art to the masses. It's to bring art to people who are not artists and give you an opportunity to be artistical, and have a true artist actually walk you through a painting. All our paintings are what we call Pinot-fied. They have to be teachable to the general public, or we wouldn't be in business. So when people come to me and say, well, I can't draw stick people, I said, great, because we don't do stick people here.
So what is the most memorable experience you've had working with the customer?
Working with the customers. I had a girl that came in here one day, and I guess she's been to one of the other paint and sips, and they had a stencil. And when she came in and saw her blank canvas, she she really had an anxiety attack over it. And I said, you can do this, you can do this. So we just cheered her on through the whole thing, and by the end of the painting, she had, this painting that was really great, and she was almost in tears. She was like, I just never dreamed I could do something like this without, a paint by numbers. And she said, she was just so happy with our painting. So those are the things that I like most about owning this business, is showing someone something that they just didn't think they could do.
Susan, what is something most people don't know about owning your own business or Pinot's Pallette?
Well, a lot of things people don't realize with Pinot's Pallette, they just think that all we do is just the regular size canvases. We also do a 10 by 30 canvas. We do black light paintings, and one of the biggest questions I do get is, do you do kids? Well, we had a phenomenal summer this year. I partnered with the YMCA, and we had 936 kids in the studio. Our largest class, we had 79 kids in here at one time.
Wow.
And it was great.
I bet it was a lot of fun.
The kids, it was really interesting to watch the kids come through, because the boys would walk in and they were all kind of, this was not, their thing to do, but when they left, they were so upset that they couldn't take their paintings with them. So I think they had an experience, and that's what I loved about it, that they may not have had otherwise had they not come in through the YMCA. But a lot of people say, do you do things for kids? And absolutely, we do kids' birthday parties. We have a main studio, we have a private studio, and I try to do all my kids' things in the main studio because it's very neutral, to adults and kids. So yes, we definitely do kids' birthday parties. I've done a few Girl Scout events. A lot of people don't realize we do team building. We can do corporate events. I've always said, because we have such a large studio, and we have 3,600 square feet here, that I'd love to do a family reunion.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, it would be a great meet and greet for a family reunion if you have a lot of people coming in, and that first night you have, not everybody's not in, but a few of you still need something to do. We could always set up a buffet. I said, we could even take some of the parking spots in the parking lot and block those off and put some grills out there, and they could grill some hamburgers and hot dogs, and just make it a really fun event for them. So
that's a great idea.
There's a lot of things that we can do here. We're just not limited just to the one size public class painting.
Wonderful. What do you love most about being an entrepreneur?
Well, that's one of my favorite questions. Like I said, I grew up with an entrepreneur. My dad was always looking ways to make money outside. And growing up, I've always had so many ideas. I mean, I'm full of ideas. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and my brain won't turn off. And working for someone else, you can implement those ideas. And I've just always been shot down with those ideas. Actually, one place that I worked that I won't mention, I had a few ideas, and after I'd left and went back, my ideas were put into play.
Really?
Yes. So
it took them a little while to figure out it was a good idea.
And that's my biggest thing is that I can be creative, and I don't have to really, it is a franchise, so there are some things, but Pinot's Pallette, the franchise, really gives you an opportunity to be creative. The guidelines are very minimal, but I'm very blessed with a group of artists that help me be creative, and they've brought some creative things out in me. So that's my top thing about being an entrepreneur, just being able to implement my ideas.
It's very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what do you love most about the neighborhood?
I love Cordova. I'll tell you, when I first opened up, I had so many people come through the door, and they thanked me for opening up something like this in Cordova, because there was really nothing like this in this area. You had to go all the way to East Memphis, or even further downtown, and they loved the fact that I was in their back door, and something different. It wasn't just nothing against dinner and a movie. I love a dinner and a movie, but it was another outlet for them to do a date night, or get your girls together and have a few drinks and laugh and have a good time. But I love this area because it was just so welcoming to me. I had so many people welcome me in this area, so I was just, I love Cordova.
And where are your favorite places to go?
I have a lot. I'd have to, because I love a lot of things, a lot of businesses here in Cordova. One is the Botai Massage, right across Germantown Road from here. And her name is Chrissy, and she has a wonderful, if you've not been there to get a massage, I hadn't had one in probably 8 years, and I went and had a massage there, and it was amazing, just amazing. Just walking through her door is amazing because it's so inviting, it's so warm, and it's just very elegant in there. I love going up there. And then there's a little restaurant next to her, and I love Euros, and I think it's called Kebab International, and they have some really great food in there. And also, you gotta love Incredible Pizza. It's near and dear to my heart because I worked there for 5 years, so they're kind of like family to me also. So I love Incredible Pizza and Costco. You gotta love Costco.
Can't go wrong with Costco.
You cannot.
Wonderful. Well, I will definitely check out Botai Massage and Kebab International. I too love Euros. And I frequent Costco.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Susan.
My pleasure.
It's been a wonderful experience getting to know you a little bit, and I highly recommend Pinot's Pallette. And if you have a business in Cordova and would love an interview as well, reach out to me, and I'll provide the information in the links.